So I was looking at, so this is the new filter, obviously. Comes with this O-ring, which, goes here. And it also comes with this one, which I completely forgot about. There's a little baby one there. And that one actually goes on here. This is the bolt that holds the whole thing together. Right? It goes right there. This one's still good. I looked at my records. It's actually been 4 years since I changed the oil, so shame on me. But that one's still good. Still pliable, still soft. But I have the new one. I'm going to use the new one. But if you haven't changed it in a while, like longer than I have, just be aware you might need that. And as a side note, apparently gum out carburetor cleaner just strips paint off of this like it was butter. Just took I just wanted to get the oil off of it, and it just took all the paint off as I was spraying it. Amazing. Just amazing. So, okay, so, excuse me, all done painting. I have the seal in here. You want to make sure that lays flat and that you've cleaned all in there, obvious stuff. That's the spring that fell into the bucket earlier. That goes on like that. And then your filter just goes on, and it doesn't matter which way. It's, it's the same either way. One thing, if you look at this, you'll see on one side, there's like a little flat spot right here, I don't know if it's showing up, but like it goes in right here. It's not as far out as this right here. And that's so that you can, see if I can show you here. It goes right in this slot here. I don't know if you can see that, but goes right here in this slot. And once you get it in there, then screw it on, and you're golden. At least that's the goal. Let's see if that's how it turns out, shall we? So let's move over a little bit here. I'll set you up here. So that flat spot is right here, and that's just gonna go right in there. Let me get it on a little closer, and then and you have to start this by hand. You absolutely have to start it by hand. Even starting it by hand makes me nervous. But yeah, that's not gonna work either. I got it started, so I'm just gonna. It's in there good too, so. And this is, of course, the fun part, because you have to kind of make sure it's going in straight. And just in case I didn't get it the first time, you can kind of see right here. You can kind of see where it's going in, where the slot lines up there. Okay, and this is like an automotive oil filter. You just want to get this bolt on just till it snugs up, and then maybe a quarter turn. You don't want to go too tight. You'll strip it out for sure. Okay, right there is tight. So just go a little bit more, and that's it. When it stops, it's done. Don't go any tighter. So that's that. The oil plugs back in, oil filter's on, new O-ring here, new O-ring back here, the spring's in, the oil filter's up against the housing. So we're golden. If anybody is curious, I do actually recycle this oil. There are plenty of places around here that will do that for me. We have several automotive shops that will do that. You just drop the oil off and they take care of it from there. Now, if I can get this lined up so you can see. Alright, so that's the next part. Let me see if I can move over a little bit actually. Give you a better view. It should be right about there. You know what? Turn this light on. Get the idea though. So it's right about there. I think it's good. Now I put this rag in here just so stuff doesn't fall into the oil hole. You don't want to leave the dipstick in there because, if memory serves me right, this part gets caught up in here and when you're trying to pull it out. So just to be safe. Now, reminds me, I want to put this here. Oil's going to drip out mostly behind the frame here. So hopefully, I'm going to get some on here. So I tell you what we're going to do. Not that it matters, just a good coat of lacquer on there. I'm not too concerned. But as long as we have the time, might as well throw a little painter's tape up here just to kind of protect it a little bit. Just like that. That'll kind of also funnel the oil, hopefully, into the pan. So, we'll see if that's what happens here. Get the gloves on. Alright, let's start taking the screws off now. It's pretty late on a Friday night, so I'm basically going to take this cover off and call it good until tomorrow. We have something going on Sunday, so I'm going to try and wrap this up Saturday night. Going to try and do this, put the screws off to the side in the order I take them off so I have the right length screw with the, or hex bolt with the right in the right order, so that when I put them back I know which one went where, because they are different sizes. There are a few that are the same size, but overall they're different sizes. Sorry, still working on camera angles and such. Yeah, it's all new to me. I don't know. I'm a computer geek, I'm not a camera geek. And, yeah, doing what I can. These went in about 4 years ago, something like that, but they're coming out easy because I put anti-seize on them. I wanted to use copper slip, but I couldn't find any at the time. But that's right, anti-seize works. And I've never had any of these work their way out. So I don't understand why I see people putting Loctite on them. To me, it just doesn't make sense. Oh, that one, I'm going to have to get a Phillips for. Because that one, I never replaced apparently. So, Oh, there's a washer in there I'll have to get. Now, if I remember right, this is a number 3 Phillips, Japanese number 3. I think I happen to have one. It helps when you have the right bit, I gotta tell you. Until I found out that there was a difference between the number 3 screws they use and the number 3 Phillips screws we use, I had no idea. Oh, crap. Now there's 2 things I gotta get out. Alright. Now, as you can see, no oil's coming out because it actually pulled away better than I thought. Better than I remember anyway. There's the oil. Now we let that drip because I want it in the pan, not on my frame if I can avoid it. And there's tabs, collars in 2, maybe 3 spots. So that's the other thing holding this up from coming right on. There we go. Let that drain. And you can tell when it comes off, it just all of a sudden gives. Alright. Now let's see if I can get this off the rest of the way. Again, that seal around the Kickstarter is the real holdup here at this point. There's not much you can do except just wiggle it loose. And as I understand it, it's this way with the inline 4s from the 350s all the way up to the 650s. Although the 650 has a slightly different cover, and so does some of the other ones. Let's say the 354 has a different cover. I don't know. Well, there's the gasket. Luckily I got a new one because that one busted. And there's the prize. And that needs a little cleanup. Don't want to lose that, so we'll put that in there. Oh yeah, that's loose. So those plates are probably well worn. There's probably a little room for oh, there's a clip in there, I forgot.